Hi guys, Piotr here. This is LiteFinance Global YouTube channel and it's my pleasure to be with you again. Atlantic Ocean is very calm. It's completely different if we want to compare the ocean into what is going on the market. Today we are going to discuss US indices at the very beginning of the month. So without a further delay, let's jump straight into the video. Okay guys, I'm recording this video ahead of the FOMC. That's I would say the most important thing going to happen because the inflation is the name of the game and the market is so scary. Well, I would say the latest moves, it was mostly forward running, some participants thinking and trying to play the 0.75 rate hike instead of 0.5% only. Is it going to happen? Well, I don't really know. Anyway, inflation is here to stay, and the tech sector is feeling the pressure because of that. That's the monthly chart of the Nasdaq. Let's place a few lines based on that chart. The most important supply zone is here, and we are talking about the 15,222. All right, that also mid of the very important before demand zone, now supply zone, as you can see. What is very scary on that chart is the April close, right? Because what we've seen before, it was rejected twice here, right? So that's the next very important demand line, which was broken over here, and we are talking about the 13,000, 12,900. And as you can see, the close of the April on the monthly chart was much lower. So what's the next possible demand? Well, I would say we are going to see the close and retest of 12,140. Why? Because that was the previous swing high, right? And once we broke through that level, as you can see, the positive retest, and we went higher from there. But I would say that the whole range here might be treated as a possible demand zone, all right? So let's place another demand line. In that case, I would say it's something around 11,000, all right? Yes, that's 11,000. That's what we are talking based on the monthly chart. Now, it's going to be worth to place 1, 2, 3 possible formation. This move to the downside over here, there you go, okay. The rise to the upside, okay, and the possible move from here, showing us that this demand zone around 11,000 is very possible. So is it going to be sell in May and go away? Well, that could be the game, and I truly believe that we might see this 11,000. If the things are going to go really wrongly, then the swing high around 9,200, this particular swing high could be in play as well. But as of now, the downside target, in my opinion, is somewhere around 11,000. When it comes to the upside, levels close to 13,900, it could be the level of the possible supply based on the monthly chart on the Nasdaq. I'm talking about this zone over here. All right, let's have a look what we have when it comes to the weekly chart. And when it comes to the weekly chart, as you can see very clearly, the level here around 12,100. All right, we have 12,100 we have from the monthly, corresponds very well with the weekly chart, and the supply around 13,000, 14,000 is corresponding here very well based on this weekly chart as well. So we have the correspondence. We have monthly and weekly showing the same thing. Well, how high the bounce could be? Well, the one of the thing I'm watching very closely is going to be this size of the possible bounce. So, well, retest of that monthly level could be in play as well. So weekly, monthly, very similar when it came to the levels. Let's have a look what we have on the daily chart. And on the daily chart, as you can see, we have two supply lines lately been tested, 13,440, 13,500, and a little bit higher, 13,790, 13,800. So those two green lines based on the daily chart as the possible supply line. And to the downside, as you can see from the monthly chart, the low over here, 12,140, but also from the daily chart we can take into the consideration this consolidation midline is around 11,700, 11,600, the midline when it comes to the Nasdaq. All right, let's have a look what we have when it comes to the very old economy S&P 500. There you go. The monthly chart also doesn't look good, but if we want to compare Nasdaq to S&P, as you can see, the April close was still above this lower shadow, right? So we didn't close low enough. But anyway, we can place few lines here as well. So when we are talking about the S&P 500, the lower shadow over here, that's the key demand zone around 4,100. And if we are going to break through that level, the next possible demand based on the monthly is going to be this short consolidation ahead of the upside break. In that case, we are talking about the levels close to 3,770, 3,750. And the next one, this swing high over here, as you can see, in that particular case is at 3,530. When it comes to the upside, well, those lower shadows which worked well for quite some time. So now this consolidation, the bottom of this consolidation, is a first possible supply zone, and in that case we are talking about the level close to, yeah, that's the level, and we are talking about 4,300. That's the possible supply. Let's have a look what we have when it comes to the lower time frame. Let's have a look what we have when it comes to the weekly chart. Well, it's very possible that we might see the same 1, 2, 3 we were discussing second ago based on the Nasdaq. In that case, as you can see, retest of this particular consolidation could be in place, and we are talking about the levels close to 3,949. Well, that's something what might happen. This retest might happen around the FOMC or right after FOMC decision, and of course That's going to be the crucial thing in May. So I truly believe we might see a retest of that level based on the weekly chart, short-term chart, the daily chart. Okay, as you can see, we are trying to hold this 4,100 line over here, but on the daily chart, this swing low cannot be ruled out, and we might see retest of that level very quickly. So retest of the round number of 4,000 could be in place. Could be in play. When it comes to the supply, no change here. Monthly, weekly, and the daily is a 4,300 as a key psychological supply level. If we are going to break through the current one, the next swing low over here, we are talking about the 3,890, 3,900. There you go. Doesn't look good. There is a pain on the market. Probably we are going to stay within the negative sentiment at least for a while. Watch out FOMC, watch out inflation. That was my pleasure to prepare this US indices update for you. Do your own research, do your own homework, stay safe. Wish you great next trading session. See you around, take care and goodbye.